Hi. Hey. Hello. I thought I would do a bit more of a dynamic stream entry start this time. You can see the results of that right there. I don't know. It's difficult for me to start a Planetside stream because I fear the AFK auto kick. So I've been trying to experiment in ways of making it more immediate and just instantaneous and violent. But I think it's probably a silly thing to be concerned over. Anyway, we're fighting on Halson. We got 12 minutes left until the next continent. An inconvenient time for me to be joining the fight, I'm aware. But, you don't schedule the war. The war schedules you. You don't get to pick what time you go into action. The war decides that for you. So I think we're just going to take these next, 12 minutes and be a bit more relaxed before we ramp up to the full warfare. As such, I'm just going to scrounge about and do some classic good old I don't think I can teleport to where I'm trying to get to. Oh no, wait, this is correct. Yeah, let's just do some casualer than normal warfare experiences. We'll ramp up to regular casual later. This will also be a bit more of a calm reprieve so that people can trickle in, because I started the stream a lot earlier than usual with regards to... I started the stream at the same time as normal. I mean, I started doing things on the stream a lot sooner than usual. Is this my normal infiltrator load? Yeah, it is. For some reason, the sniper rifle looked weird to me for a second, but maybe that's just because I don't use it that much. It has been a while. Okay. There's a lab there. Let's go take a tank and try and take that. While we're on this casual, no-nonsense drive to another location, I have news completely unrelated to Planetside 2 or myself to share. What has certainly become a kind of unexpected tradition, Empire at War annual update has released. I don't know why this is a thing, it just started being a thing. Empire at War, the developers have decided they're gonna put out a bit of an update once a year, approximately. I was honestly not expecting it for another few weeks, and admittedly I wasn't sure anything was gonna happen because it just seems so unlikely. But they did, and critical improvements to the system include, but are not limited to, improving the frame rate on large galactic conquest maps in Forces of Corruption mode only, and a fix so that if you're prompted for a password in a multiplayer lobby game, then you actually get prompted for that password, which is a problem that I directly experienced when I was trying to play Empire at War with Acela just the other week. So I like to imagine that they saw that from my stream and went, oh frick, we gotta fix that, and then fixed it. Oh wow, the shield generator gate is far away. If I want to be the most responsible individual I possibly could, I think the correct move here would be to steal a Sunderer. My ally has been murdered. But why? I don't think they intended to be murdered, and I still don't see anyone on long-range radar. It would have updated, I feel. I hear gunfire, but not footsteps. A gunfire kind of sounds like footsteps when it's sufficiently far away. Yeah, I'm gonna be responsible. It's gonna cost me the nanites I spent on the lightning over here, but I think this is the right thing to do from a moral standpoint. Just get the good in there. Nothing fancy. Just have one. I don't particularly think that the Tan Republic cares about this one location, especially when there are bigger fish to fry. Still, though, I'm gonna do my part. Yeah, the lightning's gone. To be expected. No regret. Just a little bit of inconvenience. And that is what I was looking for. Detection of hostile. Confirmed. The music's gonna mask their footsteps. I'm actually very inconvenienced by it existing. See, the music stopped me from stopping them. It's the music's fault. Ah, good, but we have an ally. Hey, Thega, how you doing? I'm currently embroiled in a war. We have 5 minutes left before the continent's locked down. We need to secure the site. Alright. Hostiles position spotted. Excellent. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Ammunition here.
I'm gonna be here. Okay, we just need to hold this position for 60 seconds, and then we're basically home free. Keep radar on site.
Victory is at hand.
I have so many darts. Oh, that's because there's an ammo pack right here. I can just spam them. Power of friendship. Aha! We've spotted them. They're circling. They're going for the shield generator. Oh wait, there might be 2 of them now. But we've won. Excellent! We own the facility! Alright, now we just need to hold it for 4 minutes.
Shield generator critical.
Not surprising. But they have no spawn control.
Generator stabilized.
Good. Jetpack. That's a long jetpack. Am I mistaken? Is that not jetpack technology? Was that a rocket? No, someone's here. Someone's definitely here. Oh, what if it's an aircraft? I've completely given away my position.
Shield generator critical.
Focus.
Eyes open, enemy heavy.
I'm alone. Wait, we have allies on the inside. We have hostile. Wait, no, wait, that's friendly aircraft. We're good. Okay. There you go. If you need clarification on my position, I'm at Woodman Ace Labs. Spelled A-S-E. I don't know if it stands for something or it's just a funny last name. It's also funny to me to consider that Woodman would be their first name. Because Woodman feels like a last name, if I'm being perfectly honest. Vega, you're here! Quick! Squad up! How do I... There we go. Excellent. Welcome to the team. Also, this is convenient for us.
Frag out!
Okay. You don't know this because you're not a dedicated streamer, but it's currently the Friendship Festival 2024. So, collabs and collaborative actions are celebrated and promoted during this week. So I'm glad I have a secret operative on the inside here. Okay, so we won this. The continent's about to close in 42 seconds. How about we just go for a camping trip? It's just something we can do. I've got the bus. Nice. Wait, I don't know where I'm going. I have made a wrong turn.
Our forces
We've
have locked
won.
down Hassan. Excellent work.
Cool. Alright, I say we be slightly impolite. We be slightly impolite to the Terran Republic by driving to what used to be their warp gate. And then we'll decide what to do at that juncture. If you see any pumpkins, by the way, blow them up. They give you points for that. You need to pay attention more to the map. These roads are inconsistent. Where is the warp? This is the warp gate, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So if I'm here, I want to turn left. I just had to consult the map for a bit. Nothing unusual here. I know it doesn't fundamentally matter, but I feel like seat number 4 in the Thunderer should be the passenger seat next to the front seat so that you can have like a driving partner. That'd be cool. For no particular reason other than I would like it, stylistically. Ah, I can see the warp gate's bubble field across the horizon. We can go a bit off-road for this part. A lot of swamp. Swamp is a really fun word to say, I would think. Because it's kind of got that, like, sad sound effect. Tonation to it. It's like swamp. It almost sounds not like a word, but like an onomatopoeia for something. In like classical Looney Tunes cartoon or some equivalent. What's that noise? Shoot the gun for a second. I have a theory. Someone there? Someone's here, maybe! Well, that was silly. Okay, on to the new continent. It's Asimir! Heck yes. Vaguely a fan of that location. It's mostly because of the snow. I like me my snowy locales. I'm gonna hit the J button. ISA. Ah, the tech plant. I also like the snowy map. Well, it looks like we've got the situation well under control. We've got units positioned at all stations. Very good, very good. Hardly even any... you just deploy there. If you're still on the other continent, I assume you could just press like J or maybe even U, and then in 10 seconds you'll be teleported out of there. But like it's the open continent now. How do I get through this door? I'm up. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Shield generator critical.
What do you do, fellow sovereignteers? What do we call ourselves as a unit? I know that our faction is the Vanu sovereignty, but how would I refer to a single member of our group? A sovereign? I wouldn't think us as the foot soldiers would be the sovereigns. I feel like we have, like, maybe we have sovereign over the technology because we want to, but that's not, like, on an individual level. I sort of hesitate to give that, like, very, very sort of, like, I just don't know if we're organized like that.
SCU critical.
The TR is making a stand here. Sovereignites? Are we Vanu? We're not the Vanu. Like, I'm just not sure. Actually, I guess that's true to all the factions. We sort of just refer to ourselves in the collective, not as individuals. I guess we could call ourselves soldiers. We are soldiering. We're fighting. We're doing war. I feel like maybe we shouldn't have removed the horizontal barrier just because we're almost guaranteed to win at this juncture.
We close in on victory.
SCU destroyed.
You know how they have the, like, elevator gravity lift technology here for rapid repositioning of people and supplies? Do you think they could, like, glue two of them together to make a zero gravity chamber? I don't know how the technology works, but do you think it would work like that? Like, we just put this platform on this platform and we have invented zero gravity? Make a space map? Maybe not like an entire space map, but like you have a base and there's like a zero gravity room in it where you have to swim around in it just sort of slowly. And that
We've captured the facility.
might cause some strategic considerations of some kind. I just unlocked several things for some reason. Hit him with the crossbow.
I see enemy prowler.
Get him. Get him out of here. Alright, we drove him off. Hopefully we have a designated engineer on that door. Vega, where did you go?
SCU prepared.
What happened to driving? I know you said it's canceled, but I would like to understand the underlying... Okay, you gotta go to sleep. You've been redeployed to nap time. Have a good sleep. I'm glad you could help for that one mission, because it was a pretty important mission. It's fine. It's fine. There will be more wars. One day, I'll play Planetside 2 at a slightly earlier time. Specifically for your convenience. Probably not this year, though. You'll have to wait till the next calendar year rolls over. Just because of my circumstances. It's fine, though. You have a good sleep. We'll plan it later. Oh, speaking of coordinated planet siding, I need to check the armory and make sure that we're not full on resources. We are full on resources. I'm running out of things to buy. I'll just buy more discounts because there's just part of this I don't know how to do. Oh, wait. We could... Oh, if we're getting the, if we're getting the polystellarite at all, we can start working on making our own bastion. That's exciting. And the only other things polystellarine are for is possibly an orbital strike or the Colossus. And I think we go big. Let's start building a Bastion component. Yeah, it is. You want in? It's not open to the public, but I can invite people. It's mostly not open to the public because I don't think anyone cares. And I don't play the game often enough for it to... Like, I'm a terrible faction leader simply because I don't play enough. Yeah, I'll clan you in. Manage recruitment. As for active listings, I want to... Remember Oh, that's the wrong button. Fortunately, that doesn't amount to anything. Here's the button. Big, and the number is 74. Okay, go to members. That button? Ah, okay, it's because you're not online. Another time. Meanwhile, we gotta do the war. I imagine a future where we have enough members of internet television that we have a faction and leader associated with every faction in the game. Like we have, like I'm obviously in command of the Banu Sovereignty Division, which is INTV. But I also want like an INTR for the Terran Republic and an INCT for the new conglomerate. Just other members who are not politically aligned in hit video game Planetside 2. So we can all fight each other. But that would require people who are both in INT's main administrative streaming group and also like this game enough to do that. Not a particularly large Venn diagram to make. Besides, if I'm adding people to Planetside 2 manually, they're joining as Banu Sovereignty so that I can play with them, not against them. So that sort of defeats my own objective here. But maybe I could just sort of have, like, liaisons. Or, like, if the Planetside 2 community decides to overlap with the INT community enough, I can just have a clan not, like, controlled by INT, but just sort of sponsored by INT, if that makes sense. Oh. Was it just me, or was there someone secretly being invisible right here? Like, right around this location. Yeah, right here. Alright, they were not the most friend-oriented. They did not want to have a friendly conversation. Before I respawn, I want to fix something on the, like, streaming side of things. There's a technical issue that I need to fix. Just real quick. Will not take long. And if there is a cool highlight of this stream, it will be edited out. As I figure out how to do this. And... Wait, wait. It's not working, hold on. No. Okay, this has turned into a more fundamentally broken problem than I was expecting. This may actually take some time. I'm hitting the big button to fix this. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ah. That's a good sign. Come on, phase 2. Okay, we're good. I fixed it. And hopefully no one will ever see any consequences of the technical fault. We are secured and locked in. Lightning. Oh, wait. See, that's a good thing that you didn't notice it. It means that I have my technical problem on containment. It means you'll never have to know. Speaking of never having to know, I would love to suddenly know how to escape this Oh, found it. We out. They've seen me. Oh. Woo.
Idea, enemy sunroof.
Whoa, they did a flip! They're flipping! Got him, though. Out here, harasser. This is the way out. I don't think they know.
Lightning spotted.
Okay, the enemy's material forces have fallen back. Somewhat. But the TR still unquestionably control the area. Hello.
Enemy engineer in the area.
Bad aim.
Spotted a hostile medic.
Okay, as the only tank in the area, all of the anti-material infantry are dedicated to blowing me up.
Hostile max identified.
Got one. Saw them for a split second. I expect that infiltrator is maneuvering to sabotage me. Hey, a pumpkin. You get points for that. They give you points? Alright. This illegal parking job. Ah, one Dervine. Ah, but can you fly upside down? That is the question. Look, Dervish, I don't have time to deal with you. I'm currently embroiled against a vehicle-on-vehicle fight with the TR. Like, you don't have to be a part of this. You could just leave. Ah, I saw an enemy vehicle. I saw red paint moving really fast along the ground. That's my chance. No longer my chance. My allies took care of it. Not complaining. Just explaining. That has to be an expression somebody has made before. I could not have made such a 90s level deflection like that and have it be 30 years late to the party. Like, it must be real. It must be. Ah, interesting. Very interesting indeed. Playing whack-a-mole on the roof of the universe. Looks like a friendly engineer is helping me. Well, I tried. Their sustained fire was simply too much for me. I must stand here for a few minutes. Actually concerned about ambush. They've moved. They might be coming to finish the job. You an engineer? No, I think you're light assault. That's fine. You want to take the high ground? You take the high ground. I'll take the roads. Uncomfortable as I may be upon them. Ah, the friendly engineer. Thank you. Okay, we have an accord. The way is looking clear. Oh.
Spotted a Republic prowler.
Lower. Yes.
Visual on a TR prowler.
Oh. Lower your profile, buddy. Okay, I failed. I think it was a good effort, though. I did fail, though. Okay, how's the battle progressing? Okay, this place has been entirely cut off from NC power lines. That explains why the TR is the main aggressor against us right now. The NC's sort of been cut off of this location. And they're attacking here. That's what's happening. So they've completely abandoned this to let us fight over it, aside from some infantry. And the big offensive's coming from the rink. I feel sufficiently knowledgeable. Alright, what's it gonna take? Okay, this is a massive attack force. They hold territorial control. We have a numbers advantage, but like marginally. Does not amount to success. That was embarrassing on my part.
Spotted a hostile engineer.
Wait for it.
Spotted the Vanguard.
For it. Prowler right below me.
Eyes on the hostile light assault trooper.
Hey, got one.
Spotted a hostile tank.
it's becoming slightly less lucrative of a position. And I can't crouch because this wall's in the way. I can do this. Good opening.
Spotted a hostile medic.
I did something.
Medic spotted.
Here. Given that, I elect to move forward. I elect to get stuck on a rock multiple times.
Mano is with you. Do not falter.
Okay. I think I remember them. I mean, there are a lot of people that have just like a fiery skull for a head. I'm not the best at identifying faces, especially when they have no features other than being a skull on fire. I ain't discerning anything from those features. Ah, they've made it. Well, they've made it. That means the situation is probably getting pretty bad. Yeah, they've been holding their own in Bravo for a while now. Meanwhile, Alpha is still ours, and Charlie is...
Spotted a hostile medic.
I lost the sniper duel, unfortunately.
Enemy transport spotted.
And we're losing Alpha. That is probably going to call it there. Call it a day here at Cyril. Which, depending on the situation, might mean that they retake Echo Valley in principle. Yeah. Not our best showing. Strategic. Tactically, I think we're doing alright. Like, I can't fault our performance here.
By this rabble?
We are blameless in this debacle. And not on a personal level, I mean just the soldiers on the ground here. We did a good job. Overall. Got one. Could have got him again. Oh, they were sneaky. They waited. Shoot their ankles. Shoot the ankles! I'm out of ammo! I had to reload. Okay, let's preempt the loss of this. It's gonna happen in 5 seconds. Echo Valley is now a lost cause. We cannot take it, just by the rules of
The
engagement.
enemy has taken the facility.
Tech plants battered, but not lost. Rhyme Analytics is probably going to be the NC's next target. Our next target is going to have to either be Steel Shore or Jaeger Fist. I have a suspicion that there's like nobody around here. Seek out right now. Not sure what they're trying to accomplish, but they won't. Good work, ally. So do they have a method of respawning? Given that they apparently arrived here by lightning, unlikely. They arrived here by lightly.
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby.
Okay, I am suddenly updating my assumptions. They probably have a Sunderer. Maybe it cut through the shield generator. Actually, I don't know. Oh, no. We've gotten 0. Good. Good work. Sorry, I just didn't expect there to be 2 of them. Whoa! Aha! They're up to something. Okay. Ignoring the situation at hand, I'm getting a lightning immediately. Ah, my ally enters a turret. That's what I'm hearing. Good call on their part. I, however, would like some maneuverability in my violence. Go. Lightning is, or the Sunder is probably still at large. Lightning ready to engage wherever it might be. Acknowledged. Oh, there it is.
Located
Found
an
it.
enemy spawn point. I've got eyes on an enemy spawn point.
Good job. Good work, team. We can almost certainly expect another. So I'm going to take a small break back here to reload. And then do some defensive marches around. Because they're obviously stationed out of Jaeger's Fist. Which means... that. They could do a shallower approach to try and deploy the Thunderer under our noses. Could just try to walk. Yeah, look out. Is Jaeger's just being captured? The little bar isn't full on this HUD element. Mysterious and ominous and various other adjectives. Where did the vehicle spawn at Jaeger's Fist? Maybe I can stop it on approach. Okay, it's here. So it's off to the left. That road. They don't necessarily need to use that road. They could stop short, turn around, and go around the back. So I should watch both. Cover my options. Means I'm less effective if they take the main road, but I am more effective if they try and juke me out. Hedge in your bets. They could also be going pure defensively, or walking if they're so inclined. The hostiles at this base are either AFK or are assuming a very, very stalwart defensive posture. Both are impressive. Let's cut the knot here. There. Now, no matter what they do, there's some time. That implies somebody left. Or it implies my ally has entered the scene. That doesn't seem to be right. I'm taking a gamble doing this, but I think it might be worthwhile. This way. I think that was lightning. What's that? I do not intend to take the base. I intend to learn. And take the base if I'm wrong. Or right. Okay, maybe I intend to take the base. I intend to challenge it, certainly, but I do not expect to be successful. But I want to convey to my enemies that... Or I want to understand what my enemies are doing, and I want to convey to my allies that taking this base is something we are cleared to do. If my ally is still stationed... Okay, the enemies are reinforced. They realize something's up. I'm running. The ally that was formerly here is no longer here. Long range HUD confirms I am alone. Well, understandable. And yeah, they're stopping me. Tech plant's going well. The radar is not to my advantage because there's not much space between me and the edge. And they're going in via air. Oh!
Visual on a mosquito.
That was almost awesome. Ah well. I wonder what they're shooting. That's a containment site, but that's not danger. Ahead, there is nobody at Jaeger's Fist. I suppose that was the one. pretty empty. Went a bit too far. But a parking spot's a parking spot. It feels like an element of my sniper rifle is sort of lagging behind my movement when I rotate. Like right before the silencer, but still on the barrel. Just looks a little bit staggered compared to the rest of the gun. That might be an optical illusion. I don't know. But once again, Jaeger's Fist is being captured ever so slowly and methodically by one guy who just sort of walked in. Glad to see it. Oh, hear the sound of missiles.
NC Reaver ID'd.
New conglomerate. Attacking Jaeger's Fist. Interesting. Well, they seem to be acting as some kind of deadly annoyance, but I'm not going to put much emotional stock in it. They do what they do. Ban Republic is not having a good day. Or at least a good current... They're not having a good hour. I'm gonna limit it to that. Jaegers will be reclaimed, though. Someone showed up. This is just the life you live on the fringes of war. Lower scale battles, but higher stakes because, you know, the differential between you and your allies and you and your allies minus one person is much more significant when there's these few people. We're mostly just sort of spot checking the attention of the TR. And maybe this is a sufficient distraction that we'll have more success over here. What I would really like to see is maybe the new conglomerate pushing down to Ellie Tower and then just, like, pressuring them at the warp gate on this side where the sovereignty pushes down here. That'd be cool. Ooh, I should check on the vehicle spawner. Wait, hold on. They give you points for this, by the way. Let's take a look-see. They've repaired it. That is key intel. If they've repaired it, does that mean they're using it? Or are about to? I'm conveniently outside of the radar range of Jaeger's Fist. They don't know I'm watching them unless they see me with their eyeballs. Which they very much could. Oh, I'm out of render distance of the spawner. funny problem to have. A little forward. I can afford to be a little forward. So it's there. I see no vehicles. Let's check radar. They're there. They're not here, but they're here. And I am here. And they're there. They're not doing anything. Is this another AFK situation? I have no idea. I truly do not know. Looking at the battle as a whole, we own the tech plant. Balder Amp Station is contested. Waterson's Redemption is contested by not us. We are trying again to take Sairo. No activity in the south. Seems like everyone just wants to fight in the center. Okay. It's not my kind of fight, but if things want to stay dormant on the fringes, they can stay dormant on the fringes. I'll go to the amp station. I guess there's sort of a silent agreement. If I had like a squadron, or like a regular squad, then I would consider going to... Like, I would round up a team to take Jaeger's Fist, but in absence of that, me being a single person, I do not think my odds of success are quite high.
TR Mosquito spotted.
So I will support a larger fight. As a light. They give you so many points for that. Can't say I like what I'm seeing. Hostiles. Enemies of the crown. Are we a monarchy? For a sovereignty, I feel like it's kind of like a monarchy. When you speak of monarchies, you occasionally like refer to the monarchs of those as like sovereigns. They like rule over land and stuff. Am I going to... No, this is the amp station. Okay. Line of engagement was a little confused to me. I didn't realize there was a base in the way. And when I saw it was 50-50 split on people, I thought, oh yeah, that's where the even fight's happening. No, it was just one person and one person. And one of those people was me. Ooh. Allied Loker. We're in range of an orbital strike. Whether or not there'll be one, I don't know.
Generator stabilized.
You know, I just showed up and I feel like it's no longer going well for us. Maybe we've gotten a bit too excited at getting Thyro. But it seems like maybe I'm alone now and should leave. Failure, but I'm proud of me for going for it. Hello, what's this?
I've got eyes on an enemy spawn point.
Oh. Go away. Thank you for clearing the road. I would like to leave. I was just going through. You didn't have to deal with me in such a violent manner. I just wanted to pass through. Looks like we're fighting back on all fronts. Steel Shore has been engaged. We can't be allowing that. I like Steel Shore. Whoop. Saved it.
Enemy infiltrator spotted.
Oof. Unfortunate. I'd call in reinforcements to help me, but I don't think the higher command is particularly interested. Who's stabbing? Happen? Basement, perhaps. Ah, okay. We're being spawn camped in some way.
Medic here. Let me take a look.
Neat.
Thank you much.
You are better than this. Show them.
Oof.
Thank you much.
Wait. Hope.
Enemy medic in the area.
I get the impression that was a distraction.
Target down.
Darn it.
I owe you.
Reinforcements.
Loss of the facility is unacceptable.
I'm working on it. Almost. Okay, I think we're out of time. Fortunately, reinforcements are here, kinda. Darn it.
We've lost the facility.
Wait, that was a medic? Can they medic me? I'll give him the opportunity. No. Seems like we have lost. Well. We've been pushed back. We're not done. Looks like they're firing on something. But I just... Ah, yes, there is a Sunderer in the area. Darn it. Okay. I don't want to dwell on that one. I'll just get another tank and get out there. Oh, wait! The center of fire appears to be on the platform. That is an anti-air turret. Yeah, I'll take this out first. Ah! Alright. Groups are moving in. Ooh, close shot. Oh well. I think my ally, the Viper Lightning, is a bit better suited for the splash damage department. I will sort of be the precision shooter. And between the two of us, we will have strength. Don't have good angle here. But Allied bombardment is proving effective. Oh. About my airborne allies a bit. That's air support, when you support the air. Hello. Hi.
Enemy engineer
I was
spotted.
close on that one. Oddly enough, looking up makes me more susceptible to enemies on the ground. Allied Viper is very maneuverable. I suppose our objective right now is to interfere with enemies trying to get to the point. Means I should focus on this side. That puts me in range of a hostile.
Got a hostile max in the area.
Wow, I'm having a bad time hitting that. At least we're containing them. Let's try higher altitude, shallower angle, maybe more opportunities to connect. That was a good blind shot, but it was still a blind shot.
Enemy engineer in the area.
Almost.
Spotted a hostile engineer.
Rise to the moment you can prevail.
Oh! What was that? Allies! Thank you! Wait, they got to the spawn point. Or the control point. Those are different types of points.
Failure
Allied
is not the
Lightning,
path
are
of
you
enlightenment.
going to go in there and take it out? First, I'm not even sure how I would get there.
Enemy engineer in the area.
Yeah, you're not getting through that. I'm not letting you. Infiltrator. Big jump. Viper sees him. Good. Vehicle terminals are still broken. They're not going to try and outmuscle me. We've got several more allies on the point. My job is interference at this juncture. How are they getting such big jumps? Is that just because that particular person's a light assault, or is there a grappling?
You are better than this. Show them. I find your
40. I
efforts
think it's
lacking.
3-2. Like crack going in. I know where they are now. Oh!
A new conglomerate has taken the facility.
That was a good shot. Good. Allies coming in with the logistical muscle. Not this time either. Ready. I'm attentive. They strike at me from a direction I'm gonna know. Dervish. All right. Fair. Fair enough. Yeah, admittedly, I don't see a lot of dervish action at low level, or even at all. And by low level, I mean low altitude where I would engage it. I sort of only see dervishes. Well, okay, I can't actually make that statement. I assume dervishes are more designed for anti-air combat, like air-to-air combat. Or at least are more purposed for operating in groups, given the whole two-seat fighter jet paradigm. Such as the design paradigm, I think, in general of nanite systems. They're NS operatives. Because you got the Chimera, which is like a million-seat tank. And you have the Dervish, which is a two-seat aircraft. The only one that doesn't really follow that paradigm is the Javelin, but the Javelin is just general-purpose good, regardless. Ah, hello. Looks like the contest is being contested. Maybe I can provide fire support closer to base. I know that's what my ally was doing earlier, but I want to give it a try. That tank ceased to exist. Hey, Sunder. Beep, beep. Wait a minute, this is an Alpha. Alpha's over there. My mistake. My bad. Well, we have it. And I know where hostiles would approach from. They would approach from... That explains it. That explains why being back here isn't so helpful. Doing this, however, got potential. Hey, buddy, we're on opposite sides of the wall. At this point, if I lose the tank, it's not that big a deal. One which I'm struggling to join. I want to keep the lightning to bring its power to bear, but if there's a Sunderer this close to the objective, and also my tank, then respawning to get back into the tank, I think, is fine.
Ceasefire! I fight for Vonu!
I'm sorry, that happened after I exited the tank. Very good. I think this one will stick.
Imminent success is all but assured.
Nice. Wait, how did you get past me?
Visual on hostile light assault trooper.
Go after my tank. No, they're just after the objective. Chase them.
Alert. Hostile light assault trooper.
Closer nearby.
Up, we got him. 7 seconds.
Visual on hostile light assault trooper.
Yeah!
We've acquired the facility.
Great work, everybody. Now, how do we get back to the base proper? What are you shooting at? Oh. Wait a minute, I recognize that name. That's the name of the infiltrator I shot while they were invisible and then shot later while I was in a tank. I remember that one. That's funny. They've gone airborne. I wonder if they're holding a grudge. Interesting. I should really put some dirt here. Okay. Seems like after a long battle, we have finally won. I nearly got flipped frontwards. Well, backwards. And now we can move on to Steel Store Reconstruction, aka the last echelon of civilization before the long drive. Ah, points. Oh, super points. I suspect this will be a big deal. But given that the detriment could only really affect us as attackers, I think I am more surprised I landed upright instead of upside down. Alrighty. Let me get the door for the Sunderer. Wait, I can't. There's no stairs here. Moving up, moving up, moving up. I don't know why I'm invested in getting this tank as upwards as I am. Probably not even beneficial. I think my ally just shot my tank. Just hack that. This is another heavily infantry shaped base. Start the capture. Prevents any sort of reverse capture.
Alert. Enemy engineer located.
Enemy engineer. Yeah, okay, they just wanted to blow up my tank. That's fine.
Spotted a hostile engineer.
Leave it as a red herring for them.
Spawn hostile engineer. Enemy neutralized.
And imagine enemies coming from this way. I know we outnumber them 3-1, but still. Okay, appreciate.
Eyes on a hostile light assault trooper.
I saw him. Hello. I do not have range finding on that. Too low, too low. You're too late, buddy. I have range. I can hit you from anywhere. What the?
Target neutralized.
Great.
My thanks.
Eyes on a hostile light assault trooper.
Hostile light assault trooper spotted.
I am in your debt.
Good, good, good. The battle seems to be 3-2. We are 3, they are 2. One of them's dead, the other one's unaccounted for. Careful. So far as there are enemies.
In the area.
Where are you getting these hostiles?
Spotted.
Your contribution is appreciated.
Okay. Okay. All right. Really appreciate if the allies would close to the point. I can't hold it alone.
Visual on hostile light assault trooper.
They missed. Oh, there were two. I thought that was an ally. I genuinely thought that was an ally.
Grenade.
Man, how do we go into position? How do we get in? Okay, from here we just walk up the cliff, jump over the fence, and I think that's base. Yep. I'm gonna go this way. See if I can't stop a hostile. Pop a hostile.
Imminent success is all but assured.
Check dial at somebody.
Light assault trooper.
I at least have spotting capability. Sometimes intel is the best weapon. 'Cause if I know where my enemy is and they don't know where I am, I have a strong advantage. Oh. It's us, okay. Sun's over there. I was about to do some crazy maneuvers with the shadow of a person, but turns out it was an ally.
You are in a restricted area.
Not anymore.
The facility is ours.
Great. Now we gotta go into the empty lands. North Point Ruins, Stillwater Watch. The good stuff. You're gonna be cut off from society. Hopefully there's an engineer to repair that. I would like a vehicle. It's not looking. I don't have any repair-oriented tools. I'll be the one to do it. I'll provide for society. Honor society. I'll go be an engineer, run back, repair that, run back again, and become an infiltrator again. I could just go as an engineer. With this much allied support into the uncharted territories, they're actually very well charted, just the undeveloped territories. And by undeveloped, I don't mean they're not developed. I mean the development that they had has been removed via massive warp gate explosion. But I think in this scenario specifically, it might not be that big of a deal. In fact, I think I might want Sunder for the benefit of my allies. Let's try it. Get in. Seen anyone else on radar? Let's do this. Alright, we've got a squadron. I know that the new water physics makes this irrelevant, but I'm doing it anyway. We do float on water now. Nice. Okay, so Alpha, Bravo, Charlie are all well taken care of. I'm going to prioritize Alpha for a moment, but if my allies get out, I'm then going to move on to the next base. That's the plan. The way we will not have to wait long. Good. See you at the next site. I'll go to Stillwater. I anticipate no problems. Invoking the general vibe of Colonel Veers as he appeared in hit video game Star Wars Empire at War. At a regular pumpkin or a super pumpkin? That was a regular pumpkin. Ooh, wild idea. Deployed. Great. Wait a minute. You get points for that. Wait, no, it would be responsible of me to reload the gun. Even reload this gun. For whenever I have a new occupant. And we can step out, enjoy the sights and scenery. Gonna have a heck of a time getting that Thunderer out of here, though. This place took the brunt of the destruction. At least, the brunt of destruction of places that survived. Ow. And we are perfectly positioned to start getting good work done. And a convenient spawn for my Thunderer means that we will be capturing this as fast as possible. I haven't seen it much, but I would imagine these places would do well for player-made structures in the structure. Are we under attack? Radar says maybe. I heard a gunshot, but that could have just been my ally. How big's radar? Radar is pretty large. It might have just entered the territory. Ow, ow, ow. Oh. Wait, yeah, there it is. Staircase. I count one unaccounted for hostile, and I need to remember that I am an engineer. Hmm. Looks quiet. Peaceful. We might be clear. There is fighter observation, which is next in line. I don't know if Viter has infrastructure, but I know Grey Heron does. So the fact that there is an enemy stationed there suggests to me that they are preparing defenses, though they might just be trying to support Serero by the ring. But I do think that this might be our source of resistance. Fascinating stuff. I fell.
We close in on victory.
Great. Okay. Hold off until the place is secured, then we will undeploy and move out to Viter. What's the best route to Viter? I think it would be to try and use this road out in... That's kind of ragged. Actually, how do you get there? Do you make this jump? Wait, I think I see it. You go out this way.
We've captured the facility.
Okay. Never actually had to make this hacked by a Sunder before. At least not in a coherent way, but I think that my allied Sunder over there has the right idea, and I'll try and follow suit. If I can. I'm gonna try and go by way of this little canyon. Hoping there's a way out near the edge over there, and then I can sort of turn left. Is my plan. Looking promising. Passenger. There we go. Welcome back aboard. I remember you from the first excursion. Now we look for a route through the Shattered Zone. Shatter regions. I don't know if there is an official name for this region, whose ecological existence is mostly dominated by the massive explosion that is perpetually happening over there. Okay, maybe it's not a perpetual explosion, but there was an explosion and this is like radiation. Of a sort. Are you looking at it too? Pretty wild. If it wasn't so radioactive, we could maybe use those... We could maybe use those floating rocks to do something cool. Maybe we can get floating rock technology and make a floating platform of some kind. That'd be cool. Export that to, like, Indar or something. I don't think they would dare change Indar, though. Indar was, like, the map for the longest time. Probably do it for, like, Austin. Which I'm bullying arbitrarily. Oh, but could you imagine we get like floating rock technology and they put like floating trees on it? That'd be cool. Have we taken this section? Oh, I guess that was really fast. Okay. Gray Heron it is. Get ready for a real fight. We're going to have hostiles and opponents and resistance and intrigue, like all the stuff. Basically, we're about to be under attack. The Sunder is doing a good job on this side to maximize our potential vectors for entry. I am going to drive to the other side, look for a door. Here's a door. Still on this side. I'd like to go further. It's just a vehicle spawner into a completely abandoned cliffside. No, wait, that's a staircase. Uh-oh.
Transport.
So we've been spotted. I'm gonna maneuver better, hopefully. Do they see us? They don't see us. Okay, I'm going stealth. Deploy. Oh, I just realized by taking a Sunderer, I brought my infantry resupply cabinet with me.
Clear out of that area.
Oh. Ah, good. Excellent. We found a better path. Fox 82nd, certainly a bit more of a veteran in terms of skill level than I. Ooh, that was unexpected. Yes. No. Solved it.
I'll get you fixed up.
Much appreciated. And that's Bravo. How we getting to Alpha?
Stay alert.
I can heal you.
I have a good line of sight. Past tense, I should clarify. I see. They just fall through here, do they? Holding Bravo is going to be tough, but I think some of us should go find Alpha. Door. There's a staircase back here. No, but I can walk outside. Alpha being captured. That takes us from 6 minutes 50 to 4:29. And now to use my elevated position to shoot enemy. Well, they know I'm here now. Darn it.
Failure is not the path of enlightenment.
Medical reinforcements are not close. I will instead spawn up my Sunder, then run around the outside. I think that should take me to the entry point to Charlie. Unless this is the entry point to Charlie, right here. Then entry point to Charlie, I guess. They're about to find my Sunder. What if they don't? Forum, I approve of your strategy. Unfortunately, we're already under attack. Ow. As feared, Mercury has found us. I'm going to be getting repair bonuses for the next week.
A new conglomerate has taken the facility.
They've taken back Viter, somehow. Despite us holding this for the entire time. Oh.
Enemy engineer spotted.
Nice. Shame that we lost. The initiative, I mean. Heh. There's what? Okay, there is a Sunder trying to retake Viter, and I believe they'll be successful.
Enemy infiltrator spotted.
Oh,
Eyes on a hostile light assault troop. Hostile light assault.
they're spawn camping our Sunderer. Why are they doing that? How are they doing that? Okay. So this is a problem. For the same reason it's always a problem. This place is desolate. Oh, we've lost a lot in my absence on the west side. We've lost Anvari, we've lost the entire containment site, they're trying to take the barracks. Not a good time. This whole sector is full. Like a resistance is being formed. And I'm willing to defend, but I'm really not willing to counterattack. I do not enjoy the containment sites as a vehicle specialist. They're just entire Call of Duty maps. Just... oh. Okay. We preempt this problem somehow. Yes.
Visual on hostile Sunderer.
Darn it. Oh, we are very under attack. Darn. Okay, I think this offensive is actually quite strong and powerful, and we may need to... I'm gonna call in the troops here. Yeah, this is a big engagement. Then Republic decided to be bored. They're waiting! They're all waiting! Go, you brave soul.
Shield generator critical.
Playing a game of chicken with an infiltrator somewhere. Don't exactly know where they are, but I do know what they're up to. Okay, they will reveal themselves.
On a hostile vehicle. Visual on hostile engineer.
Generator stabilized.
Our flag, no. We need that.
I've got eyes on an enemy spawn point.
I agree with my ally. We need pressure.
Hostile engineer.
Think I care? I was clearing the path. That Chimera's as good as dead.
Enemy engineer spotted.
This is how we win. Go, Ant. Go, second lightning. deploy the war assets and go to war. Nice clip on that, harasser. How did the enemy Sunder get there? The ISV is here. That's how you know it's a big fight. Aha!
Located an enemy spawn point.
Nice. Honestly, I'd say well executed on my part. Just sort of went in there and obliterated everybody.
Have extra ammunition here.
Oh, and I'm even gonna survive! It's more of a precaution than anything. My lightning lived! It lived! It's a liberator! It's a Survivacatio! Fire. I went Italian there for a second. We gotta always be on the lookout for more Sunders. We may have some anywhere. Here. Oh, they have several. Good, 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 good. Next up on the chopping block. This one's not even deployed. Yep. Now, I did see a tank, and yes, there is one. Surprised it got up there. That said, it is suppressed as all heck. And I don't have line of sight of it, but I do know where it is. The Chimera as well. Yeah, I don't know if you thought that one through, buddy. Oh, the Chimera out of nowhere. I got. What the heck? Where did all this PR support come from? I have not been following the radar. Sheesh.
Critical.
Why are we outnumbered 1,000,000 to none? Why? How did this happen? Where did all our allies go? Chimera. Unstuck. You missed! Rude, I would say. Alright, my discount powers have finally ran out of my ability to keep my tank alive. So, we continue on foot for the time being. Truthfully, though, I think the most important thing for us right now is good, like, anti-sunderer work. The TR is deploying their entire logistics corps to try and stop us, and we need to stop them as much as they're stopping us.
I owe you one. That was painful to watch.
Well, the equation has not changed. Wait a minute.
Shield generator critical.
Did I see that right? Do they have a player-made base over there? Yes. Okay, new plan. We take that. By taking it, we will have conquered the world.
We're about to lose this facility.
Yeah, I think the facility at this point is a lost cause. The momentum is immense and nobody in command is listening to my alerts. Said this. This I can sabotage. Okay, time for the bamboozle. Here comes the bamboozle. Very good. Got him. I don't know what to do now. So I've been here for a while and I've never seen the silo. Why does it register the Vanu as outnumbering the TR when I'm the only one here? I saw their flashlight. They're there. They moved. They left. Got him! Oh, I lost. I lost because I shot. And we've left the area. All in all, good. Fun little adventure we had there. I want to check something on the logistical side of things. We have major orders to defend Steel Shore. You know, this makes sense. You either own all of it or you own none of it. Or it's just like pending people. Still checking the logistics thing. I'll help after. I'll help after. I just want to check something. Okay. I checked. Now I help.
Enemy headed nearby. Enemy medic spotted.
Ooh. Logistical target I can take down. Not a good enough throw, unfortunately. So is that on the wall, or... No, it's on that building. I'll spot for it. Undoubtedly effective, considering it hasn't taken down yet. There we go. I wonder if it was used in an earlier part of this fight, when things were a bit more fierce and we weren't as winning. Because now that I think that the call is out, the tide has definitely turned to our favor. Well, I suppose the initiative rolls back in our favor once more.
Victory is at hand.
Eyes on enemy vehicle.
Ah, they're trying to bolster their forces with player-made structures. In that case, let's stop them. What's the best path to the spawner? I don't know, but I found one my own. Beep beep, coming through. Get going.
The facility is secure. Excellent work.
We got gone. I shall join my tank brethren. What's the, like, female equivalent of brethren? Is there one, or is brethren neutral? Can you use it for both? I almost stole that kill. That would have been really funny. Honestly, bringing an ant in escort through here might be a great idea. I don't know if I can hold to the commitment of being here for the entirety of ant building construction, so I don't think I should be the one to build the base. But I do want someone to build the base. I should scout ahead. Find the enemy's counterattack and maybe soften it. I trust my allies to take the capture points. I don't need the score. Conveniently, just follow along the riverside edge and basically get to the other side of the shatter zone. Sure. Give us the intel we need. Watch out for Vita. May need to enter the deep reserves. A little worried about the canyon up ahead. Just barely see the bubble of the emergency reserve warp gate. Okay, into the water I go. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, water's shallow across the edge. So what I'm expecting to find in the worst case scenario is an ant and a player-built facility under construction. That is what I'm concerned about. What is there, I have no idea. Hope it's not as bad as that. But if it is as bad as that, let's hope I can do something about it. There's Viter. Enemy population is null up until North Point, and they're actually at North Point. Heron's empty. The rink is empty. I'm relieved that we're apparently holding the line at Snowshear. If we lose Snowshear, we lose all this. 30 seconds on North. What the heck? There's more of them? How did they get reinforcements? They send in a galaxy? Can you spawn there? I didn't think you could spawn there. You can. Start heading back to reinforce. I have a heck of a time returning. But maybe it'll make a difference. Oh. Okay, we made it. We lived. I think that was the same hole I fell in as a Sunder on the other way. Esimir's warp gate over here has been destroyed for a while, so I don't really remember what it was like before it was destroyed. I wonder if that's like preserved somewhere, like I can watch someone else's. Like a video of when Esimir first came out might show it, but they obviously wouldn't think to look over here particularly because, you know, it wasn't important yet. It was just the warp gate in the north. Oh, I see. I was right. It was a galaxy. I'm gonna shoot it. Oh, this is like a strike force. Hmm. I don't think I can handle an enemy this coordinated. My best hope is to probably intercept the galaxy as it moves out from here. Or just as it moves. They're gonna try and build another player-made base. Ooh. TR has opinions. Hiya.
Eyes on an enemy galaxy.
I wonder what the beef that TR pilot has with them. Ooh. You still here? No, they're gone. I think we're in danger. Okay, the enemy is not particularly numerous, but they have a galaxy as a mobile base. They're pretty passionate about it.
You are better than this. Show them.
Not a good angle. Oh, oh, oh! There we are. Darn it. They're just gonna run from me anytime there's a mild inconvenience.
Hostile galaxy in the area.
They're just flying around.
We're about to lose this facility.
This is taking damage. Gamble. Failure. Where'd it go?
We've lost the facility.
Question: is the galaxy flying out to this steel shore? Doesn't look like it. Is the galaxy destroyed? Did the mosquito do it? I think the galaxy may have done it. I hope so, at least. Not the galaxy, the mosquito. The mosquito did it. And by did it, I mean destroyed the galaxy. This was the place that the engineer originally ran. So if it were here, it would have been here, but it's not, so it ain't. If I can clear out the enemies that are here, and they have no way to spawn, maybe I've still got a chance. I failed. I failed decidedly. Please defend. I don't know if the galaxy's here or not. I doubt it.
Enemy light assault in the area.
I'm gonna put my trust in that
on
mosquito.
victory.
I'm gonna say that mosquito won.
I can provide
Enemy
ammunition.
infiltrator spotted.
I didn't even see that infiltrator when I spotted him. Ow.
You've proven worthy of Vanu's legacy.
It's okay though, we've successfully defended the facility. That's all you can really ask for. It seemed like they maybe have some way of spawning, and I suspect it's over here. Let's look for it. Ah, router. Done. Well,
Alert. Enemy heavy in the area.
glad I could help.
Eyes on a hostile light assault.
Enemy heavy located.
Got him.
Your contribution is appreciated.
With the router destroyed, this should be getting progressively easier.
Imminent success is all but assured.
Cool. Explodey. I should not rule out the possibility they have another. I'll look for it.
Commendable. A truly stalwart defense.
They ran over here from here. Trying to build another one. Goodness, stop. Still. Interesting. The enemy is pulling some clever maneuvers. Oh, we're attacking the rink! We broke through on Cerro! That's fantastic news. I mean, I don't think we can take the rink, but we don't have to. That's not the point.
Enemy vehicle spotted.
That's a problem.
Got an ID on enemy galaxy.
Yeah, we do. You know what? Choose me. I want to respawn to get to where I want to go faster. In. Failed to spin.
Swapping battery, cover me!
Failure. Okay, my priority target is that ant. And whatever machinations it's doing. That galaxy will be back, but our allies are on it. More cordium.
Enemy galaxy in the area.
Scare them. Really, I want to find out where they're putting it. There it is. Well, that's priority one. Now I have free reign.
You are in a restricted area.
Oops. I admit shooting it now is perhaps a waste. Simply because it is armored up. but I think it's fine. I want to be getting that damage on it anyway. I'm on a bit of a time limit. Time limit is when they get back with a vengeance. Okay, I need to be clever here. I have stalled for long enough. I
Clear
win.
out of that area.
And now I lose. Boop, 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 boop. What you shooting at? You just wanted to shoot at something. Thanks. Now's when I use leverage to my advantage. And that will stop any malicious activities going on over there. We're outnumbered 3-1 and it won't matter. Honestly, the sovereignty is holding its own. We're pushing back here. We still have Zero. And we're doing another stab at North Point. I wonder when the enemy galaxy will realize what we've done. Oh, silly. Lovely sun glare, making it impossible for me to see the enemy. I wonder if the plan there is to murder them when they come out of the galaxy. I'll try and support in my own way.
Enemy galaxy in the area.
Missed it. But yeah, they're using it as a sunderer. I think the objective is keep chasing it, keep applying pressure. Blow it up.
Got an ID on an enemy galaxy. Hostile galaxy in the area.
It's gonna work. Good. Oh. Something. Allied aircraft in the area. I think this will secure it.
We've acquired the facility.
Very good. Hypervisor is down! That was the Galaxy pilot, if I recall. We're doing it. I'm holding out pretty good. I am, however, severely running out of resources to throw at this.
Have a visual on a hostile Reaver.
That's the infiltrator from earlier. I remember them. From the, battle over here, I think. Oh, Stillwater stuff's happening. Great. Wish I could join it. Unfortunately, I'm kind of on my own. So I'm going to hit the redeploy button. Great. Oh, we're finally going after Jaeger. I am happy to join that.
Enemy neutralized.
Rise to the moment, you can prevail.
They figured out I was an enemy.
Truly allow yourself to lose.
They're just holed up in this one room.
Repair that easily.
Check your fire! I'm on your side! Spotted an enemy heavy.
The Terran Republic
Oof.
has taken the facility.
Okay, so what's the plan here? Got the area surrounded. It's really just them holding that room very well. I'm gonna stab them with a baseball bat. I was not allowed to get to home plate.
Spotted an enemy heavy.
It didn't let me walk up and swing the bat. Ah, I've been flanked. Ah, you've been killed.
Visual on a hostile engineer. Enemy engineer.
Got him. Oh. They went upstairs. I'm gonna murder them when they come back downstairs.
Let me heal you.
Oof. Got him! Did not kill, but got him. It is enough emotional satisfaction that I have tricked them, that I have surprised them with my actions.
Got a hostile map in the area.
Have you seen that chart that's like if you're peeking around a corner, the winner is the one who's going to be farther away from the corner? Geographically, it makes sense, but it feels so unintuitive. But geographically, I mean like based on the positions of everyone involved. Which I think is a valid way of using the term geographically. I know geometrically might be more proper, but I don't think I'm wrong. It's a curiosity. Now that situation assumes all else is equal. I'm surprised they were not successfully murdered by that. Maybe a baseball bat would be more appropriate. Oh, they outbatted me! I got outbatted. They struck me out. Oh, they were using like a squeaky hammer. Whoa. Is that a max? I think that's a max for how many shots I hit on them and they still live. I think that was a max.
Visual on hostile engineer.
There is not another door. Is there? No. Oh. Yeah, that's a symbol of a max present. That's two maxes present. That's a speaking. That's no longer a speaking. Speaking my language.
Hostile light assault trooper spotted.
It might have been an ally. Couldn't tell. Just in time. Ow. Now I'm murdered in a slightly different location. The firefight is fire fierce! They're everywhere, they're everywhere. Oh hey, we have the capture point. Nice. Let's see if we can't flank with that advantage.
Dispensing ammunition.
Axe. Echo. Accidentally flick shotted into an ally. I apologize. I had the best of intentions, but that's not always good enough in a live fire situation. This, however, I think will prove most lucrative. It's sneaky. Gonna go to a vantage point. I'm on a vantage point of some kind.
Just saw an enemy medic.
I'm scouting all these fools.
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby.
Imminent success is all but assured.
Oh, whatever I've done here, I'm proud of it. We've got this. We've got this. I am proud of our accomplishment. We've taken the Jaeger fist.
Hostile light assault trooper spotted.
Nice.
We've captured the facility.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Hi. And with Jaeger's fist taken... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, there was a glitch in the HUD. I thought for a second that we actually were immediately capping them already, but we're not, and that's fine. Looks like this is where the mechanized assault begins, and therefore the fun. So many thunders. Alright, let's see this lovely new house that we've conquered. A lot of thunders. So many thunders. We are gearing up for a massive engagement. And the TR has predictably deployed the Air Force. They do like their Air Force. Ah, you waiting for me? Let's do this.
Visual on a hostile engineer.
Hi.
Hostile lightning tank spotted.
I almost escaped. So I'm almost fine with that. Yeah, I've got a war asset I can do. Let's just do light vehicle discount. I think that was the wrong one. I wanted mobile. Ah, well. Still here? Still here. Big tank fight. I'm detecting the sensation of... Ooh, that's a cool effect on the lights. Hold on. Okay, enough of that. We gotta shoot stuff. Evasive. I mean, that won't stop me from just like walking forward. Yeah. I can walk forward. I will receive my success for doing that at a later time. Might need to cool it with the aggressive maneuvers. I am simply running out of money to afford. Bear with me for a moment as I blank 'em. Close. Well, time for the sequel.
Enemy Sunderer in the area.
Where'd it go? Huh? That was weird. Okay, I didn't follow my own advice. I went for the aggressive maneuver, and now I have no money. This is my hubris. Pretty hubrisful. Meanwhile, what's going on over here? Some fun and excitement. I think I'm taking a bit of a roundabout way, but that's fine. Acela! I just recognized that you're here! I hope you weren't here for long, because I didn't notice until now. How long were you here? When did you send that message? I need to know. It don't tell me. Okay. Okay, it was 5 minutes ago. Darn it. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I may need to be more attentive to that. Well, either way, you're here now, and thank you. Let's blow up this silo. Now that blue one is gonna stall things for a bit. Kind of unavoidable. I'll start shooting it anyway. I choose to be punctual, even if I am not energy efficient, let's say. Okay, that's about to blow up. Accordion bomb will go off, setting this thing to half of its full health less than what it currently is. My shots will be doing more damage now. Very, very good. This entire base is now forfeit. Conceptual. It will decay over time, and I definitely think that There's a good chance they'll just put down another silo and save what buildings don't decay. But for now, we've put the space out of action, and I'm satisfied. It doesn't look like we're winning. Well, it's a stalemate. It is what it is. And what it is a stalemate. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice my material advantage to be sneaky. I think that's what this situation calls for. Wait. Wait, no, that's a... They own the space. Why do I care about that thunder? It does not matter. They're honestly just using it as a turret. Got him.
Will you truly allow yourself to lose?
You have blue stuck in your head. Like the color or the song? Oh, you mean from Quint. From Quint. From Uno.
The Terran Republic has taken the facility.
It happens. Understandable. Ooh, look at all those health bars. You did. I tried to clip the Eiffel 99 moment, but it was actually too long. We don't have enough clip for it, so we might need to make it a highlight instead. Hey, buddy, what's your... What are you intending on doing? You have a plan? Right. Okay. Good luck with that. I suppose they're... It was a good stream. I wanted to make highlights out of it, but I realized that I wouldn't actually be cutting much of it because it was just solid good for basically every part beyond the technical errors at the start. And even those were charming in their own way. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe I'll throw it at Lark and Lark can do something with it. Lark is sort of our high production editor. But Lark is really busy, and I don't know if Lark would appreciate another objective. On the other hand, I also feel like Lark could really use a vacation. Nice planet. Cool. Yeah, I think the battle has shifted such that we are decidedly behind enemy lines and can therefore not meaningfully contribute. That's fine. Let's go for a walk. I'm kind of ran out of steam for actually participating in the fights. I just want to relax for a second. So we'll go on a nice friendly stroll. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with how it went. Auroralis. Wait. Oh, there's a facility. Can't take it or anything. Okay, so if I cross this line, I will be entering the you are in a restricted warp zone gate zone. So I'm gonna try and like crawl around the edge and then just keep going. That's the plan. Yeah, my allies will deal with it. It's fine. It's cool. I'm not AWOL. I'm on vacation. I have leave. This is leave. I have it. I'm away with leave. I'm owl. Hoot hoot. I can't really get in a tree. We're kind of in an Arctic wasteland. Actually, I think there are some trees near the Shattered Warp Gate. I remember seeing them. I think there are also some trees off to the east. But this particular location, I'm not seeing any. I will make like a tree and leaf this place. Scatter and leaf. Okay, purely eastern angle. Interestingly enough, an ally has appeared. There we are. Now I reckon we sit back and relax. This is a good shot. Nice and peaceful. So now that we have a moment away from the battle, how are you all doing? I'm having a pretty good time. I've got kind of a busy stream week ahead of me and behind me. I'm in the middle of it, is what I'm trying to convey. Yesterday's Uno was hilarious but exhausting. I'm streaming today, and then I'm gonna be on 2 things in the future. Tomorrow and Thursday. Also collabs. So I'm trying to ration my energy out, but I think it's important I do this, considering I am, 1, in the middle of a major stressful upheaval of everything, as always. And 2, soon to be wrapping up my streaming process for the rest of the year. It's kind of like how it happened last year, where my final stream was basically the combination Thanksgiving 100th stream of the year, Empire at War Remake the Empire epilogue, and then I basically did nothing for a while except for like one random Team Fortress 2 stream afterwards. And maybe like a little Planetside, but it was basically over at that point. Same deal here. I'm gonna have to close up shop for the year. Hopefully I will have done a good job. I don't know if I've reached 100 streams this year. It'll be close, but I haven't aimed for it. I was definitely a lot less streamful this year. Hope to fix that next year, but not at the detriment of all of my other non-stream related projects, of which I am procrastinating on all of them. I need like a disciplinizer. I need someone to just kick down the door and be like, hey, you gotta do the things, or else, in like a vague nondescript threat. I'll be like banned from making puns for a week or something. It could be permission for you to do that. If you want to like sit down and sign a contract about it or something, I'll have my lawyers write up a thing. But yeah, I remember us having the good times just like working together in a voice chat on our own individual projects, and we can do that more. But beyond that, I feel like I need like schedules and deadlines and stuff. The freeform nature of what I do currently has allowed me to do it with comfort, but not with much efficiency. So I think I need to have a proper like work and burnout schedule so that I'm not just like on worn tires forever in this like roundabout metaphor that I've just sort of invented on the fly. Anyway, I think the sun's about to sun up from the depths. Didn't you post a schedule? Like, you just had one. You had like 4 days of streaming on it. And 3 of them I'm involved in. Ooh, hold on. A landmark. A tourist destination. Turn it back on the HUD. Oh, that's not a building, that's a bridge. Understandable. This isn't Tears of the Kingdom, but hello and welcome back to another exciting instance of Ferry Tour Cruise, where we deliver you to your destination through fair means or foul. And here we have a lovely landmark for our touring duties. We have this place. Now, I have a cordium bomb with which I could use to partially damage this structure. But normally it requires a 1-2 punch of accordion bomb and a tank. And I do have crossbow bolts, but I do not think they are nearly powerful enough, and even if they are, I don't think I have enough of them. I can't commandeer anything, so this facility actually has to stay as is. But I do have a plan for that too. If I steal a tank from that facility, drive it over here, then I can blow this one up. So in anticipation of that, I am going to drop accordion bomb here while nobody is looking. And then slowly walk away. Then we'll go over to that building, which has vehicle spawners built in. I will take a lightning tank, drive it over here, and just get blasting. Wait, what? What's that health bar doing here? Okay, I don't think it's damaged. Oopsie. Particularly emotionally invested in all the happenings over here. I simply want a vehicle and to leave. Thank you for allowing me your rental service. I don't know what that guy's about. I'm personally very satisfied that this plane is working. Oh, this is much easier. Simple as that. Now, I don't have another accordion bomb. I can only hold... What? Oh. Okay. The ghost ship has appeared. Oh, we're in space now. Wait, hold on. This is a good view. Fixed it. Spooky stuff. Spooky stuff. I wonder where that ant's going. So it would be perhaps cowardly of me to not try and pull some stunts here. Okay, that's not a threat. I can just shoot this. I think the enemy's onto me. Or not. Question of if they turn around. It's a question of if they care. I'm actually well insulated from aircraft for the same reason this thing is well insulated from attack. And the entire world's too busy dealing with the lost carrier. The false bastion. Complete lack of safe harbor. Ah, this is where they put the turret, huh? Come around these parts. No, I think it's upstairs in the big building. I'm gonna try and steal it. I'm gonna try to do what damage I can, given the circumstances. Clear that there's just a guy AFK in there, and he's not stopping me at all. But I guess that's what you get when you're AFK. You get a lot of not stopping me. Must have been the module in here blowing up. Break some of that. Break some of this. It occurs to me I never put the HUD back on. We've been getting a nice ambient experience of me just shooting everything. The health bar, oh, it's way up there. And it seems like the Spitfire turret has run out of ammo. Or has otherwise despawned. I like how the modules kind of look like fuses. So the notion of overloading them kind of makes sense in like a narrative way. Oh. Hide. Don't let the dervish know anything's wrong. I don't think they know. The mosquito knows something's wrong, but I don't think they care enough. I could just unload all the remaining shots I have in here. That. And we should be real careful about this thing, because when this thing blows up, it blows up large. I'm running out of ammo. Okay, this last shot I'm gonna take will be from very, very far away as a safety precaution. There we go. Five shots left. Let's take out this thing. Anything that would have been worth saving here is gone. Perfect. Perfect. And I have no ammo. So I think, given my decisive lack of ammo right now, I should probably call it a day. Had a good time. Were good moments, and I am glad I had them. Oh. You're lucky I have no ammo, buddy. I don't really understand their motivations, but that is okay. I'm gonna go. Hope you had a good time. I had a great time. I had a tiring time from the combo, and the combo will continue. Look forward to it. I'm Exception. This is Int TV. Have a good day, and good night. Give you a little lovely scenic shot of things being on fire.